Let's begin this episode with yet another story. On one occasion, Albert Einstein was addressing the greatest scientists of his time. During the address, he drew a big circle on a flip chart. He asked the scientists, if all the knowledge in this universe is equal to this circle, how much of it you possess? One scientist said 20%. Another said 30%. Somebody said 10%. Another said 5%. There was one very famous scientist who stood up and said, "Hey Einstein, I think I possess about 40% of it." Einstein listened to all of them. He was smiling. He then put a tiny little dot inside the circle, pointing them towards the tiny little dot that he had placed inside the circle. Einstein said, if anyone in this world claims that he has knowledge equal to the size of this tiny dot, that person is the most stupid person on the earth. There was stunning silence in the room. The ego and pride of the scientists about their knowledge, about their achievements, about their work had taken a beating. There was a big dent in their ego. My dear friends, what's the learning from this incident? The learning is ego is equal to stupidity. What is stupidity can be lethal as well. So ego is dangerous as well. We know empires have been destroyed. Nations have been destroyed. Organizations have shut down. Families have broken down. Relationships have broken down. There have been killings, bloodbath, wars, just because of this three-letter word, ego. Sitagrun Kulchandra says, obsessed ego brings forth addiction. Addiction breeds selfish interest. Selfish interest gives birth to passion. Passion is the source of anger, and anger begets violence. So ego can be fatal, deadly. So how to overcome ego? Now let's go back in the history of scientific inventions and discoveries. We may get some clue from there. In earlier times, scientists believed that the earth is at the center of the universe. Everything revolves around the earth. Scientists like Copernicus and Galileo proved that wrong. They proved that the earth is not at the center of the universe. Rather, it is an insignificant object in the vast, expansive universe. Exactly the same way, sometimes we believe to take care of his needs, his requirements, his passions, because he is at the center of everything, that we are at the center of this universe. An individual believes that he is at the center of the universe. His families, his friends, his relatives, the neighborhood, society, everyone is there to take care of him. What is stupidity? Remember, with scientific advancement, there was a shift in the realization that the earth is not at the center. In the solar system, the sun is the center, and the earth revolves around it. And in the vast, expansive universe, the earth is so insignificant. Similarly, when there is a shift in the realization that I am not at the center, in the Creator's large, infinite scheme of things, I am just so insignificant. When that shift in realization happens, that could subdue one's ego. The Creator is at the center of my life. I am here to serve Him. When the earth believes that it is at the center and the sun revolves around it, it could lose its existence eventually. When I believe that I am at the center and everybody is around me to take care of me, I could get destroyed eventually. But the earth knows that the sun is at the center. The human beings have to know that the creator of the universe is at the center. The living embodiment of the creator is the master or guru through whom I can realize the infinite creator of the infinite universe. Sri Thakuran Kulchandra says something very simple yet very profound. He says, in serving the master with one's own hands, pride becomes light, conceit goes away, and love grows. So our ego becomes lighter. It dissolves when we serve the Master. Sri Sri Thakuran Kulchandra says again, when the ego dissolves, then and there, the soul becomes the possessor of all qualities, the Absolute.